Welcome back to the Morning Brief. Time now for top stories. In what appears an intentional approach to tackling the challenge of insecurity in Africa, President Bola Tinubu is calling for the establishment of a regional counter-terrorism center that will serve as a hub for intelligence sharing, operational coordination, and capacity building. President Tinubu canvassed this on Monday at the African high-level meeting on counter-terrorism in Abuja, where he declared that Africa must take a comprehensive approach to combating terrorism.
Terrorism's arm is felt far and wide for very reason that there's no respect for national boundaries, ethnic, bloodless, or religious creed. We must therefore fight this threat together, combining determined national effort with well-tailored regional and international collaboration. Those who think illegal money has no connection with the financing of terrorism are surely mistaken. The international community has both the moral and legal obligation to help in this cause because it is outside money, not African money, that fuels the illegal operations. Key to our collective efforts against terrorism is the need for a fully operational regional counter-terrorism center. This center will serve as a hub for intelligence sharing, operational coordination, and capacity building throughout our region.
And staying with security matters, it appears the Minister of Police Affairs and the Inspector General of Police are not on the same page regarding the creation of state police in the country. While the Minister of Police Affairs believes that state police will enhance community policing, the Inspector General of Police is not convinced that Nigeria is mature enough for state police. Both men were guests at a policy dialogue on state police organized by the House of Representatives and the Policy and Legal Advocacy Center in Abuja.
On the issue of state police, it is the submission of the leadership of the Nigerian police force that Nigeria is yet to mature and ready for the establishment of state-controlled police. This is due to the underlying reasons. One, there is no adequate resources in place for police infrastructure, such as police colleges, training schools, barracks, police stations, clinics, vehicles, communication equipments for the state governments. Again, there are potential for abuse of power by state political leadership. State governors could use police forces under their control for political or personal gain and undermine human rights and security. Creating state police at the moment will exacerbate ethnic tension in the country. It could equally lead to potentials for divided loyalty, as there will be multiple commands in the states. There will also be conflict of jurisdiction. The dynamism and sophistication of crime in modern time is bound by capabilities of states to handle.
In the meantime, gunmen have reportedly killed a professor of law at the Babcock University, Ilishan, Ogun State, Professor Yinka Olomojobi, and abducted two others in the Ikperu area of the state. Professor Olomojobi was reportedly shot on Friday for allegedly refusing to be taken away by the suspected gunmen. Two residents were also kidnapped and taken to an unknown destination. Confirming the incident, the police public relations officer in the state, Omolola Udutola, said one person has been arrested in connection with the incident. And troops of the Nigerian Army deployed for counter-terrorism operations in the Northeast in conjunction with civilian joint task force in a clearance operation have neutralized 2 terrorists on their way to attacking Mashurori community in Borno State. A statement by the Department of Army Public Relations explains that the troops moved into an ambush position to intercept the terrorists following intelligence about their movement into the community. In the firefight that ensued, 2 terrorists were eliminated and 2 AK-47 rifles, 2 magazines, 58 rounds of 7.62mm special ammunition and a motorbike used by the terrorists were recovered. Away from security matters now, governors of some states in northern Nigeria are seeking collaboration with the United Nations with the objective of finding solutions to the myriad challenges they're having to contend with in their states. The governors of Katsina, Kaduna, Kebbi, Jigawa, Sokoto, Niger, Zamfara and Benue states met with the Deputy Secretary General, Amina Mohammed, and her team at the Nigerian Embassy in Washington, D.C. to brainstorm on the panacea to issues of insecurity, food insecurity, education, among other socioeconomic concerns.
The Millennium Goals for SDG, we need to address the issue of insecurity because it's the key and fundamental. It affects food security, it affects lack of education or out of school children. It affects our health facilities and also our ability to even go to hospitals.
We need support, we need research, we need a lot of collaboration with UN, and these things are ways we can come out or transition out of this crisis. It's very, very important. So I don't want to bore, my colleagues are here, they want to talk, but I know there are a lot of things we have seen as root causes of where we are and how we can go out of this crisis.
That is now becoming a nightmare. Yes. We can't even get to the farms. Our fear is when we might just migrate into Zamfara. Nothing personal, my brother.
Help us. Our people are ready to go back to farms, including young people, because Kebbi State just recently we were able to purchase about 50,000 solar phones and CNG phones, just to make sure that our team youth
And the judiciary now, a Kano State High Court presided over by Justice Usman Naaba has vacated the order suspending Mr. Umar Ganduje as the national chairman of the APC. The interim injunction order is for staying of execution of the earlier order contained in the ruling of the court delivered on April the 17th, 2024. As at April the 15th, 2024, the court had directed the parties to maintain status quo ante in relation to the suspension of Mr. Ganduje by the Ward Executive Committee pending the hearing and determination of the motion on notice. 2 persons, Haladu Gwanjo and Lamino Sani Bargua, who claim to be the chairman and secretary of the APC Ganduje Ward in Dawa King Tofa local government area of the state, had secured an order suspending Mr. Ganduje as national chairman of the party. The judge, however, adjourned hearing of the substantive case to April the 30th, 2024. And now to some business. After recording notable period of appreciation, Nigeria's currency depreciated on Monday by 5.2% to 1,234 Naira 49 kobo against the dollar at the official foreign exchange market. That's the Nigeria Autonomous Foreign Exchange Market, NAFEM. According to data from the FMDQ, where the exchange rate is officially traded and quoted, the sharp depreciation comes against the 1,072 Naira 74 kobo exchange rate recorded on Wednesday last week, which led to projections that it may drop below the 1,000 Naira level against the dollar. The local currency unit's drop, which is its weakest since April the 8th, when the official rate closed at 1,230 Naira 61 kobo against the dollar, comes less than 2 days after the central bank governor, Mr. Yemi Cardoso, stated that the Naira has been declared the best performing currency globally this month. Some analysts have in the meantime attributed the decline to the resumption of schools around the country for the third term academic activities after their vacation in March. And outside our shores, Israel's top military intelligence official has announced his resignation on Monday over his role in the failure that led to the Hamas terror group's October 7 onslaught. Chief of the Israeli Defense Forces Military Intelligence Directorate, Major General Haron Haliva, will step down from the military once a replacement is found. The move was coordinated with IDF Chief of Staff Lieutenant General Herzi Halevi and approved by Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, the military added. In the letter by the Army Chief, Head of Military Intelligence Directorate says that with authority comes heavy responsibility, and he will officially step down once a replacement has been found. And in sports news, Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta says Chelsea deserve to be higher in the Premier League table as he prepares his title-chasing Arsenal team for a testing London derby on Tuesday. The Gunners returned to the top of the league at the weekend, beating Wolves 2-0 to leapfrog defending champions Manchester City. They're level on 74 points with second place Liverpool, but have a superior goal difference. City are 1 point behind with a game in hand. And that's it on the top story. So what about some of your thoughts to the big stories this morning?